Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to Business. Vegetable and fruit exporters will attract a 12-month local ban should their products fail to meet quality standard tests 3 times in a year. The measure, according to Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate, is part of efforts by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to ensure Ghanaian exporters meet international standards. Deputy Director at the Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate, Prudence Atipo, revealed the new measure to Joy Business on the sidelines of a panel discussion on quality by the Ghana Standards Authority. Sheila Tamaklo reports.
A few months ago, government placed an indefinite ban on the export of all leafy vegetables due to high levels of local interceptions at the point of exit. As part of efforts to mitigate the situation, the Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate says it's going to get tough on exporters. Deputy Director at the Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate, Prudence Atipo, says exporters who fail to meet the required standards will be banned locally to avoid international sanctions.
Because we have trained the farmers and exporters with the protocols, every time if they have issues, we give them corrective measures. We are now saying that if you have any interception or you fail a lab test, have local interception or international interception for 3 times, you will be banned for 12 months. Because it means that you, the exporter, you are not serious with what you are doing.
Prudence Atipo was speaking on the sidelines of a panel discussion by the Ghana Standards Authority on the theme Leveraging Quality Infrastructure as a Tool to Support Ghanaian Export. Business Development Manager for the Ghana Standards Authority, George Anti, spoke on the need for compliance with global standards.
If you want to export something out of Ghana to those markets, it is not what pertains here that matters. It is what pertains there. So if you don't use the QI infrastructure, number 1, by ascertaining what standards pertain in the export market. Number 2, by doing tests and inspection to confirm that you are meeting those standards, then certainly when those products that you're looking to export hit those borders, the borders of those markets, they won't be let in. So at the fundamental, at the very base of trade is QI services. You can't have trade without this quality infrastructure that we are referring to. So it is absolutely paramount.
Meanwhile, 2009 National Best Farmer Davis Na Kabo stressed the need for best standards locally, which will eventually have a positive impact on export.
If we want to target only the export market, then we must as well have to stop. There should be a benchmark for even the local production and consumptions. Once we are able to get a benchmark, like the green label now, we have to enforce it. So by doing that, then we'll have quality and standards to play and be able to eat some and also export without hustling.
For Joy Business, Sheila Tamaklo reporting.
CEO of Premium Motors, Jihad Hijazi, is entreating government to maintain the luxury vehicle tax. He says government must redefine what constitutes luxury by emphasizing the make of the vehicle and comfort instead of only using engine size. Jihad Hijazi says in a few years to come, luxurious cars will be fitted with lower engine capacity as the automobile industry prepares to usher in electric vehicles. The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has hinted recently of a review of the luxury tax in the upcoming mid-year budget review. But Jihad Hijazi says it is a good tax and that there is no reason why government must scrap it.
The definition of luxury has little to do with the engine capacity. Obviously technology is rapidly increasing, it's rapidly developing, it's rapidly advancing. And what that means is that we can have, super vehicles, very expensive vehicles, luxury vehicles with much smaller engines, like a 1.5 liter engine and so forth. However, locally we have used the engine capacity to classify a particular vehicle as luxury. So essentially, just to clarify, it's not going to be a surprise if, a few years down the line, you realize the Genesis comes with a 1 liter engine. Conventional engines are gradually going out of production. The automobile world is tending towards, clean. So we are looking at EV, electric vehicle technology, hydrogen technology, fuel cell technology, and so forth. So at that juncture, you don't have that, engine capacity issue to deal with anymore. So generally, a luxury vehicle is classified as a vehicle mainly for the elite. There is no reason to scrap the luxury vehicle tax. I believe it's a good tax. It's good to because the tax itself is not a prohibitive tax. It's a good tax. It's a tax that is levied on vehicles that, in my opinion, are not always a necessity. So definitely when you tax particular elements as such, it's not a bad idea. However, we do in general disagree that, you tax a commercial vehicle, a vehicle used for trade as luxury, because it simply isn't. I mean, if you want to levy another type of tax on commercial vehicles, let's do it, but let's not call it a luxury vehicle.
And that's all in business for now. There'll be more business at midday. Back to Araba.